tanta yukabrasasti Walikuchi wakatesta Ay sumakulyaka.
Hi, my name is Marco. I've left my life behind to travel the world with my camera to document the most interesting stories I will meet along the path. My first trip will lead me from Peru all the way to Patagonia, across Bolivia, Argentina, and Chile. The journey is awaiting. Will you follow me along the path?
El lago Titicaca, por favor, esta información es muy importante, es el lago más grande aquí en Sudamérica, ¿no? Maracaibo en Venezuela. Maracaibo en Venezuela es un poco más grande que Titicaca, pero tiene conexión con el océano. Titicaca no. Y bueno, también este lago es considerado como el lago navegable más alto del mundo. Solo Titi, señores, significa puma o gato de los Andes, jaca color gris. Puma de color gris. Ese es el nombre del lago. Our destination is only one island, it's a big community. There are maybe 125 floating islands. The population is 2,500 inhabitants. La lengua en ese pueblo es Aymara. Of course, last generation of Uros community, they speak Spanish. Why? Because in Uros now, thanks to tourists, now they have schools. There are real floating schools in Uros, There is one kindergarten, there are primary schools, high school, university. They must go to Puno City to study. Unos people, to build the islands, they use totora. Also to build the houses, local boats. Last activity in Uros, you, tourists. No tourists, but Uros, last generation of Uros community, thanks to tourists, they live on the floating platform. But only 60% of the population, they live on the floating platform. 40% is the young people. Young people, they not know, they live in Puno or Juliaca. It's much best to live on the mainland, You want floating platform? No. Humid is very strong, it's very dangerous. And also it's very chilly, cold. Now, they have schools, they have one mini hospital, and this is very important, they have small solar panels. Maybe 27 years ago, no solar panels in Uros. They use just candles, and candles is very dangerous with their material. Those people use Titicaca water to cool, to washing. In Uros is Mamacocha. Mamacocha is the local Andean name of this lake. Mamacocha means mother lake or mother water. Mamacocha is very sacred, For example, Uros people, they say, no Mamacocha, no fishes, no ducks, no grow totora to build the islands. Mamacocha is very sacred. We still know in Mamacocha. Also, welcome to Mamacocha.
Waliki, it feels super weird to walk on this.
Cada isla tiene un líder y un nombre local. Todos los años cambian de líderes, no eligen el líder ellos, manejan un sistema de rotación para liderar. Una familia lidera un año, luego la siguiente familia. Así funciona aquí. Ya, así. Por ejemplo, el nombre de esta isla es Tahuantinsuyo. Please, let me introduce to the leader of this island. She is the leader. Ella es la jefa, señores, del pueblo. ¿Cuál es su última mamá? Carmen. Carmen is leader of this island, yeah? Also women's leaders, no? In Uros community. Please, remember, the name of this plant is Totora, just grow a 2 meters deep. Look at, with this, they build islands, they build houses, they build local boats. And also, look at the papa. A ver, Gilaco. Look at the papa. First part of this plant is a fruit.
The banana.
Banana. Look at. First they peel, then they eat. Yeah? Banana of Titicaca. Chullo, they call chullo. Remember, also there are bananas for you. Yeah, there are bananas for you. Right. If you like say thank you, use pagara.
Use pagara.
Use pagara means thank you. Yeah, use pagara. Entonces, solo la parte blanca se come, ¿ya? Por favor.
Tastes like shit.
Ya está pelada eso, ya puedes degustar. Only. Totora is only the part of this platform. Why? Because Carmen families, to build the island, to build one big platform like this, they use this material. They call kili. Under of these layers, there are many big blocks of this material. Yeah? Kilis grow like this. Is the part of this plant. The root of the tree.
only grow here in this point of Titicaca, yes, grow are 2 meters deep. One island has many blocks, maybe 20 blocks. For example, one block has 16 meters long, the wide is 7 or 10 meters. To unite all the blocks, Carmen families, they go to Pono City to buy eucalyptus stick, also nylon synthetic. Always in each block they put one eucalyptus stick. 20 blocks, 20 eucalyptus stick has one big platform. Then they use this nylon to unite all the blocks. And last is just one big platform but has many blocks on top. Like this, Carmen families, they put many layers of this plant. Remember, unless it's just one big platform but has many blocks. For example, this first layer is 7 days. And look at all this first layer, Carmen families just put just in one position. Next layer, look at, they change the position of this plant. It's first week, second week, and last week. This is the reason this platform is very solid. For example, here is possible play soccer, jumping, dancing. Also is possible play volleyball.
How many layers?
Only 3. First week,
Three.
second week, and last week. Esto lo ponen para evitar la humedad. La humedad que es muy constante. Y comentaba que la gente joven se va por eso. Por la humedad a largo plazo te vas a enfermar. Chujulia is the ancestral house. That's the chujulia. There is one chujulia in here. Es la casa de los abuelos. De los abuelos. Antes así eran las casas. Dios pagara. Ya que Machajuta means new home, new house. Now there are just many machajutas. Casas nuevas. Ahora pura casas nuevas. Cocina típica, no? This is the kitchen, typical kitchen. They call Mancapayasiña. With this they move. Look at this island is like a boat. No taxis, no is possible to move. For example, with this, they go to fishing. This is the local native fish. Remember, there are just small fishes. They call Karachi, yeah? They go to hunting ducks. This is the great Andean duck called Choca. And also they collect the eggs from the Andean ducks, Andean seagulls, and last, kids, small kids, they go to the schools on the local taxi. Yeah, it's very important taxi here.
Sa panakabalsamaran de los Uros, no, ichana nagasut, I have ka Mercedes-Benz, humanagatak, no, ante islar paskatañatak.
Local Mercedes-Benz history. Los abuelos de Carmen no vivían aquí, sino en el continente. Vienen a esta parte del lago debido a la expansión de los incas. Escapan de los incas, no de los españoles, señores. Para eso, ¿qué hacen? Mira, construyen barcos muy grandes, encima de sus barcos casas. Esa fue su primera isla. Ya, entonces fueron generaciones. Los primeros habitaron allá, en el continente, segunda generación en barcos, y por supuesto, esta última generación vive en plataformas flotantes. This island is like a boat, so this floating platform is maybe 2.5 meters, yeah, thickness. In this point of Titicaca, there are 20 meters deep. No move. Why? A ver, mamá. Vean, look at to Carmen. Look at to Carmen. Oh, look at to Papa. Vean, a ver, ¿qué loco? Always in each island, he's saying, they put many ankles. No ankles. Today you stay here. Tomorrow, oh, Olivia, what happened? How ankles are mama?
Akan katungkan planin.
Carmen saying this island has 10 ankles. 5 behind, 5 in front. Yeah, this is the reason it's moved in this small place of Titicaca Lake. And this point is possible to see this island is floating or not. Titicaca water is very, very close, Está muy cerca el agua del lago. A ver, un ataque, mamá. Oh my. Look at, it's very close. Look at. ¿Ven? Yeah, it's very close to Titicaca water. ¿Puedes saltar al medio? A ver, salta. Please jump, ya, a ver. A ver, salta. Muévelo. Tú solo.
Voy a pedir Kimsa.
Sí se mueve, ¿no? Ya es like a boat, ya. Ya, just pagar aquí. To build one big island, same to this island, is 1 year at the time, yeah, to build. Then Carmen families, they mantienen at this floating platform. Mantienen means go to the shallow bath on the local taxi to cut this green layer of this plant. Then here on top, they put new layers, just put on top. No change, No mantienen, one floating platform is very dangerous. Titicaca water is very close. Titicaca water is possible to get up, all these platforms sink down. Yeah, this is the reason always they maintain one floating platform. Lifetime, remember, it's only 40 years. After the 40 years, they make a new floating platform. Okay? How come Maracaro has isla, mama?
Akan isla pakapatong marane karakir.
Carmen saying this island has 20 years old. Yeah, 20 years more, this platform is sink down. Yeah. It's natural sing down. Yeah. Please, now these mamas sing song for you.
Con aurencia sati portanta, yukaura sasti, wali kuchi wakatesta, ay sumakulyaka. Con aura sati portanta, yukaura sasti, wali kuchi wakatesta, ay sumakilata.
Portuguese version.
Moza, así no se me mata.
And even Spanish version.
Donde tú vengas, ni la raza, el color de la piel. Si tu corazón es como el mío, dame la mano,
hay que dar la mano.
serás. Dame la mano, querido amigo. Dame la mano, mi amigo serás.
So we're about to enter a traditional Urals house.
Buenos días, baby from
Brasil, sí, vaya.
Brasil. Ah, mira,
Italia.
Italia, qué bueno. Es soltero Italia.
What the hell? Oh my God!
So the visit to the traditional Urals house turned out to be a trap to let us buy something.
Ajá. Ande mi trabajo diario me persona yo.
So the experience so far is very weird. I mean, like, it is clearly a bit fake. I mean, I don't want to speak loudly because, people may understand me, but, to be clear, 100%, I knew Peruvian people told me that those islands lived only for tourism. People don't actually live here, but the guide was sincere about this, and well, he didn't mention that it was completely fake, but he told that these islands are surviving, are in place because of the tourists. Because, come on, there's no actual reason in living in a 15 square meters little island where you have no commodities of the modern world when the coast of Puno is very close to here. They, of course, trying to sell you gadgets and stuff. It is said that when the tour day is over, they leave the island, they take out their traditional clothes, and they just go back to living in normal civilization. But nonetheless, it was important to document those islands because they historically existed. And now, I'm just gonna let you see a little bit of the island. This is the main square. There is a huge condor, and there, as you can see, another traditional house construction, other constructions, and the island is very, very little. We're talking about 20 square meters. So this is the traditional boat. This is the head of a puma. Well, who knows if they actually existed back then. But one important aspect to mention is that there are actually Urals families that lives traditionally in those floating islands. They don't want to get contacted by tour operators. So we arrived to the main island. The boss is, giving his best to make us land. And here we go. ¿Sí? Perfecto. Vamos. ¿Sí? We just landed to the main island. The fun thing is that they left us in this island with no guide, so we're just, roaming around. There's tables. I guess there's restaurants and little tables. Yeah, they're clearly set up to make you eat here. This is our very sober boat, and here's the Totora. So I guess this is fresh Totora, the greener ones. The one that we're actually walking on is old Totora that it's been burned by the sun.